Crack IELTS Speaking Part 3, Top Tips. Hello and welcome to Mantras for IELTS. You know that feeling you get when you're about to face something challenging, like your heart starts to race a little bit and you feel a bit nervous? Well, today we're going to conquer that feeling when it comes to the IELTS speaking test, specifically Part 3. This is the part where the examiner really wants to see how you think on your feet, but don't worry, we've got you covered. In this video, I'm going to share my top tips to help you absolutely ace IELTS Speaking Part 3. So, are you ready to crack the code? Let's dive in. You know, the third part of the IELTS speaking test is where the examiner wants to see if you can think on your feet and speak about topics that might be outside your comfort zone. So, the best tip I can give you is to have ideas. Read more, practice more, and always have something to say about a topic. For example, let's say the examiner asks you, what do you think are the benefits of living in a big city? You could respond by saying, well, I think one of the main benefits is that big cities offer a wide range of job opportunities. For instance, my friend who lives in New York City has been able to find work in several different fields. Now, before you even start thinking about your answer, remember this. It's okay to pause. In fact, it's a good thing. When the examiner asks you a question, take a moment to really understand it. Don't feel like you have to jump right in. Trust me, this pause will make your answer so much stronger. For example, if the examiner asks you, how do you think technology has changed the way we communicate? Take a deep breath, pause for a moment, and then respond. It shows you're thinking critically, and that's impressive. Chapter 3. Focusing on language. Now, here's a common mistake many students make. They try to pile up ideas when answering a question, but remember, this is a language testing system, not a general knowledge test. So, focus on one idea at a time. Explain it well, give examples, and then use a connector to move on to the next idea. For instance, let's say the examiner asks you, what do you think are the advantages of studying abroad? You could respond by saying, one advantage is that it allows you to become more independent. For example, when I studied abroad, I had to learn how to cook and manage my finances on my own. Additionally, studying abroad also gives you the opportunity to learn about different cultures. Chapter 4. Asking for clarification. Okay, let's talk about what to do when you're feeling a bit unsure. It happens to all of us. If you don't fully understand a question, don't be afraid to ask for clarification. You can say something like, could you please rephrase that? Or could you explain what you mean by... The examiner is there to help you show your best, and asking for clarification demonstrates that you're engaged and want to give a thoughtful response. Chapter 5. Being defensive and selective. Look, you're not expected to be an expert on everything, and that's okay. Some questions might throw you off, and that's perfectly fine. The key is to not let it rattle you. If you get a question that's outside your comfort zone, acknowledge it and try to relate it to something you are familiar with. Remember, it's about demonstrating your ability to communicate effectively, even when you're put on the spot. Outro. So there you have it, my top tips for acing the third part of the IELTS speaking test. Remember, practice makes perfect, so keep practicing and you'll see improvement in no time. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more IELTS tips and tricks.